What is up? I wanted to quickly go over episodes 14 and 15, I believe, of Love Island USA. I did not get to record on Tuesday. That's a busy night for me because the Traders OCG is on Tuesday nights on this channel. Catch up on that little reality series. Some drama there. And then yesterday I was way too tired to record, even though I wanted to. I wanted to rant about Jalens being eliminated, of course. Because I sat here and said on Monday, the only couple I was kind of feeling was Jalens and Olandria, and then Olandria just lets Jalens go. I felt like maybe we finally had an adult couple this season, and now that's over. And we continue to be left with these younger people that there's just not a whole lot of real connections out there on this season, in my opinion. And with Casa Amor coming soon, I mean, everyone in these couples should be exploring because nobody seems like they should be super coupled up to me. Now, I'm kind of glad I didn't record sooner because I was probably going to rant about Taylor and Olandria because I just worry that Olandria is being played by Taylor. We've seen him say that there could have been some trouble with physical attraction with her, or that maybe he's just slow to kind of get close to a woman, maybe. I mean, at one point during the season, Ace said that he was a slow burner, which was a big fat lie, but I do think it's possible that Taylor could be. Last season, we gave Serena the benefit of the doubt a lot of times about her being slow with Cordell. At one point during the season, during that whole dancing game when Serena wanted to see a new bombshell or something, even I had my doubts about Serena, that maybe she was just playing Cordell and not really attracted to him. And I'm thinking that could possibly be happening with a lot of us with Taylor. So I'm glad I held off on ranting so that for now, I can give Taylor the benefit of the doubt. We haven't seen Taylor really go far with any woman. It's not just Olandria, so this really could just be Taylor's personality. And that's what I'm holding out hope for, because I was annoyed with Olandria after Jalens went, because like I said, I was digging them as a couple. And so I was thinking that, if they go into Casa and Olandria's not exploring and Taylor is, then I'm not going to feel bad for Olandria at all. And I still kind of feel that way about both of them. I think both of them should explore because they have that friendly connection. I'm assuming Olandria is attracted to Taylor. We haven't heard otherwise, but it has been the other way around, that the editing at least has made it seem like that is not the case. Well, I guess we'll find out slowly but surely if Taylor is for real a slow burner or if he is just not feeling it with Olandria and playing the game. Now, speaking of playing the game, Jeremiah deserves a lot more flack. I gave him flack already this week, and I'm going to continue. Huda is a lot, and Huda is crazy, and she almost got eliminated the other night when they had that whole go up to the door and choose a person game, which, by the way, the girls keep getting screwed over in. I've talked to some Gen Z girls that watch the show because I was trying to get into the mind of a Gen Zer, because as a millennial, I'm feeling too old for this cast. I said this at the beginning. The way a lot of the men are moving is just very confusing. It's a lot of games without a real end game that has been confusing. But in talking to the Gen Z women, they have brought up good points about the women getting screwed over this season so far in not getting a real couple up scenario. And I don't think they're going to get it again, which we'll get to if I remember. That completely threw me off on my train of thought. I was talking about Jeremiah and Huda. So Jeremiah ends up picking Iris. I think he just wants to be done with Huda because he thinks that that's going to be the popular decision, not only with the boys in the villa, but with America. I think because we voted Jeremiah and Iris together, not we because I don't vote, but because you all voted Jeremiah and Iris together to be messy with Jeremiah and Huda, which was the right decision, Jeremiah thinks that America wants he and Iris to be a thing. And that's why he chose Iris here. And yeah, I think another reason is because she's mouthy. Huda goes off on people. But Jeremiah's a fraud. Where is Marlo from Real Housewives of Atlanta to call him a fraud? Because he is a fraud. I've kind of been saying most of the time that he's playing just to win. And he's doing that here again with Iris. And I hate the way he goes back to the guys and just slams Huda through the mud. Because he's like a sheep. He wants the boys' approval. And he wants America's approval. And he thinks that might win him the game. But instead, I think he is looking more and more fraudulent. And so while Huda is crazy, at least she's entertaining TV. Her kind of crazy can be entertaining, but Jeremiah is not entertaining to me at all. So going forward, I will continue to give Huda shit for being crazy, but I will choose good TV over a boring fraud trying to play a game and playing it badly. Like at least last season when Kendall was playing the game, he was still likable. And I sat here last season and I talked about how I wanted anyone but Kendall to win the game, and I stand by that. But at the same time, Kendall was still likable up to a certain point in the season before his mask fell that he was playing the game. Jeremiah doesn't even have a mask to me. He's playing the game and he's playing it badly. Today's challenge with Megan Thee Stallion was, I enjoyed the twerking, of course. But, and I thought Megan was very entertaining. So yeah, Meg Thee Stallion was a good host. She was great in the diary room. She had some funny times talking about the season. So that was entertaining. I thought Nick did his best to beat Olandria. He was the only person that could have gone against Olandria and all that ass. I think Nick's funny. Like a good Pisces, Nick is a funny person. Good for him. I still like Nick. I hate that he can be one of Ace's minions sometimes. But I do like Nick, and I stand by, as I've said all along, that he made the right decision with Sierra. In the preview for tomorrow, we see that maybe Nick and Sierra are exploring the new bombshells. We'll see. I know that I've tried to stay away from all the online chatter, but I have seen that there's a lot of fans out there wanting Olandria and Nick to hook up, and that Nick maybe really likes her and all that. And there does seem to be an attraction there for Nick to Olandria, but they don't move in that direction. And I can't see it happening, mostly because Nick, Taylor, and Ace are such good friends. And yeah, I don't think Nick's going to ever move in on Olandria unless Taylor's ever eliminated, which he probably should have been by now instead of Jalens. But that's neither here nor there. The challenge, though, I was good to see the girls win. But then, like production has done all season, they screwed over the girls again. And like I said earlier, in talking to some Gen Z girls, I agree with them. I don't like the way production is doing the girls this season. The guys have gotten to have the only real recoupling so far. And then every time the girls get a new bombshell that's a guy, the producers throw in a girl too. And I don't like it. It's lopsided for the guys to have a lot of power this season with the choosing. Because that whole walking up to the door and choosing was still the guys choosing. And yeah, the girls could walk up to the door too. But now, with a bombshell of each sex coming in, there's more girls than guys. And another girl's going to get eliminated unless they bring in another guy. And where the producers have done so far this season, they ain't bringing in enough guys. So the production on these shows, they'll always piss me off. And they're starting to do it again here. They did it at the end of last season too. They got lucky last season. The show got so popular because the cast was great. But towards the end of last season, the producers were doing some stupid decisions. And now this year, I think they're up to their bad decision making again. That's about all I have to say. I still am not team Ace and Chelley. They do seem to have their stands out there, but it's not giving for me. I am starting to believe the theory that they not only knew each other outside of the house, which of course they did because they've admitted that on the show. I think this could be them scamming. They could be scamming, and it's not working. Whether it's a scam or not, I'm not feeling them. I'm sad for Amaya that she has to sleep next to the boring person that is Austin. But if that's what keeps Amaya around, then good for her. I do kind of like. She's my favorite girl, actually. Amaya is my favorite girl. She's the only person other than Huda that's really given us some big, good drama this season. And unlike Huda, who was doing the most, calling Jeremiah out of his name, even though he is a fraud, she went too far in then attacking Iris as well and trying to degrade Iris. Amaya, when Amaya was having drama, she was keeping it real with Ace. Amaya was in the right to do what she did. Who am I forgetting? I mean, Hannah's just there to have fun. I don't believe that Hannah was falling for Charlie. I don't believe that Hannah is falling for Pepe. I'm hoping that the new bombshell coming in, because they're both speaking Spanish, that Pepe and the new girl, whatever her name is, will try to couple up. They have the most in common, so maybe. As for the new guy, I have no idea. We see that he's talking to Sierra in the preview, but Sierra's been all for Nick so far. So I have a hard time seeing her do that. But it would be good for her to start trying to keep her options open because Nick, like I said, he's funny like a good Pisces, but he's also flirty like a good Pisces. So hopefully Sierra keeps her options open because Nick might as well.